Hello, Lodi. Good to see everybody. It's been a couple weeks, so I'm thrilled to be back with another view from 202. Joining me tonight are Bill Welch and Diana Karls, and I'm going to invite them into the conversation in just a moment. First, I've got some community things to run through. I'm wearing contacts now, but I need readers, so I got rid of glasses in one aspect and need them in another now. Okay, first of all, I think everyone is aware that Casa Luna is open on Main Street. If you have not had the chance to be there, I will put in a shameless plug for their food, especially the guacamole. But we just want to welcome them to the community. What a fantastic addition to our downtown. They've been packed. It's great to see the vibrancy on our Main Street again. Fantastic. I had the pleasure of meeting with the new manager of the Shell station here in town, and they're going to be opening, we think, next week, which is exciting. I also want to give a shout out to Melissa Card is our new chamber president. So Melissa and Christy McMorris is the chamber director, and as mayor of the city, we will be meeting bi-weekly. I'm very excited. Melissa, I've known from the Optimist group and being on Optimist board exec committee with Melissa. She's fantastic, and I'm just really excited that she's taking on being the chamber president. I think we are all going to benefit from her leadership and her and Christy's creativity. I want to give a huge welcome to two new alders that we have for the city. Tim Ripp and Mike Gaethel both joined our Common Council. Last night was their first official meeting. And I want to thank Alder Eric Hansen for running and getting elected for his third term. So we had a wonderful onboarding yesterday afternoon with our new council members, had our first meeting last night, and I'm really excited. They're going to be a fantastic addition to the leadership for our city. And I just want to say thanks to everyone who contributes and makes our community the wonderful, welcoming, and beautiful place that it is. We are sitting here without masks on because we have all been vaccinated. Yes! Woohoo! If you have not gotten your vaccination, we highly encourage you to do so. It is like getting your life back again. However, we are responsible when we are out and about, and we do wear our masks, and we want you to be safe and wear your masks too. So please continue to be responsible, not just for yourself, but caring about our community. Please continue to wear your mask indoors. And at the first chance you get your vaccinations. I heard Dr. Fauci a number of months ago say, when somebody asked him which vaccination should I get, and he said the best one for you is the one that's available when you get the chance to get one. So please, I just can't tell you the weight that I have felt lifted from my shoulders, and being able to get out and see people that I haven't seen and be around people without masks on. It's like a whole new world. So please sign up to get your vaccinations. On a more somber note, yesterday the verdict in the Derek Chauvin trial was handed down, and while it was, I overheard Keith Ellison saying that while it's not necessarily justice, it's accountability, and it was a relief and gave us all a sense of renewed faith in our criminal justice system. But at the same time, we have a lot of work to do. This was one case out of countless cases. And it's the police brutality issue, but it's also just this constant need for all of us to take ownership for our actions, to be reflective of who we are and how we move in the world and how our communities work, and being humble enough to know that we don't know all the answers, and that continuing to make our communities safe and comfortable places for everyone, especially those in our community who tend to be the least visible. We are only as good as the life that those with the least live in our community. So I just want to thank Vince Breinig from the school district. They sent out an amazing letter to the school district last night. And I think one of the things that it said in here was it's our responsibility to work to become more educated around these topics and to ensure a more welcoming and equitable environment for all in our schools, our district, and our community. And I just want to echo that. if you would like to get involved or have questions or concerns, please reach out to me. I'm going to show this several times tonight, but that's my contact information, agrovesloyd@cityoflodi.us, agrovesloyd@cityoflodi.us. Please reach out to me. We want to hear from you. Pivoting to back to the view from 202. So we're working on a communications plan for the city. My goal for this live stream for this year is to educate and inform. And we're going to talk a lot about local government, how government works. When you pay your property taxes, where does that money go? Because a lot of people are surprised to know that only about half of it, at less than half, stays here in the Lodi community. So when you write that check out, it goes to all sorts of different places. We're going to talk about how the budget comes together for the city of Lodi. I want to share with you the kind of rock and hard place that local municipalities are in between the dwindling shared revenue that we've gotten from the state. That's decreased almost half. We get half of what we did 15 years ago from the state. At the same time, our ability to levy taxes has been is severely restricted by the state. And we don't want to shift everything to property taxes. That is not the best way to fund things. So there is a state budget process going on. I hope to be sharing more information with you about that. And hopefully telling you a little bit more about the joys and rewards and challenges of being in a local elected position, and encourage all, no matter who you are, you have something to give to our community. So you're going to hear a lot about all of that this next year. Also, at the same time, we're going to kind of devote at least every other episode, every third episodes to issues around environmental conservation and stewardship, and ideally leaving a little lighter footprint on this beautiful valley that we are blessed to inhabit for this brief amount of time. So if you have ideas for episodes or guests that you'd like to see on our show, or questions that you would like us to answer, again, flashcard, agrovesloyd@cityoflodi.us, and that's my cell phone number. So please reach out to me. I love to hear from folks. And a little tiny shout out to a wonderful young man, Alexander Gort. Alexander is Audrey McCubbin's grandson, and his mother is Jillian McCubbin Gort. And Alexander had to write an essay about what he wanted to be when he grew up. It was either president or mayor, and guess what? He picked mayor. So Alexander and his brother Dexter and mom Jillian and grandma Audrey came down to City Hall about a week and a half ago, and we got to take a tour, and Alexander got to tell me his thoughts on being mayor and what the city could be doing, and he got to sit down in the council chambers, and it was just the best part of this job. So I want to say thanks to Alexander for choosing to have a path in his community that will make his community better, and I look forward to watching him become mayor in probably 20 years or 15. One last plug, next week. So there will be another view from 202 next week, a week from tonight at 6 p.m. And my guests will be David Faust from the Fair Maps Coalition and Nancy Long, who is our county board, one of our county board reps from the city of Lodi. And the three of us are going to talk about gerrymandering and the need for a fair and nonpartisan redistricting process when the census sends us our new statistics this fall, and about some reform efforts to reform our democracy with a small d, democracy. And we'll fill you. So I hope you'll be back with us again next week. Now let's get to, it is an incredibly exciting time in Lodi. We're finally going to have a summer with summer activities. And so I'm really appreciative that Bill and Diana were willing to join me tonight. Bill is so active in the community. He's a former alder for the city of Lodi and has served on countless committees, and we annoy him as often as we can. But he is a tireless advocate and resource for the Ice Age Trail community. And you all know that Lodi is an Ice Age Trail community. So Bill's going to talk to us about what's happening with the Ice Age Trail. and maybe a little bit about the garden club. We're always looking for people to join the garden club. And Diana is director of crew, correct?
Mhm.
Is your official title? Diana was also one of my high school classmates, so we've known each other forever. And I'm really excited that Diana was willing to join us tonight too. So let's talk about what's happening in Lodi. So Bill, you want to kick us off with what's going on with the Ice Age Trail?
Sure, Ann. Your day with Alexander reminds me, he's a neighbor of mine, so I get
Oh,
to
that's
see him all
right,
the
of
time.
course.
Reminded me that there are so many activities right now for young people in Lodi, especially on the Ice Age Trail. There's 3 different youth hiking groups in the Lodi area now. The Saunters group that goes out every summer, and which is a statewide program now that originated here in Lodi. I think now there's like 23 school districts have Saunter programs.
Wow.
Last year they had 1,800 kids out on the trail.
That's
At
incredible.
different times. Lodi, I think, typically has 70 to 80 students
That's
that go out,
amazing.
including 3rd, 4th, and 5th graders, plus middle school and high school students who go out as mentors for the
Excellent.
youngers. So there's the Saunters program. Then this year, a middle school program was started up by Politan at the schools, and they're called the Trail Trekkers.
Oh, that's fun.
And so they have a symbol that probably stole from Star Trek and combine that with the trail, but good. And they've been going out every week. They have like 35 kids who go, and they usually get about 20 every time they go out.
Wow.
So that's been positive. Even as Paula said, they had kids show up when it was 5 degrees.
Oh, that's
to go
amazing.
I don't go out.
You've done that.
Yeah. So, and then within this last week, a kindergarten through 5th grade program started. It was approved by the school board. They had their first hike yesterday afternoon on the trail out behind the middle school, and they had 40 kids show up.
That's
with
amazing.
Parents and everything. It must have been a really big crowd.
And that was yesterday?
Yesterday.
And the weather wasn't even that great.
Right, yeah. I didn't go hiking yesterday either. And, the reports we've gotten are that, a lot of these kids have been going to school virtually, and so they weren't making a lot of connections. And interestingly, they said that they made friends in person while they were hiking the trail with promises to become friends virtually.
Oh, I
which
love
to
that.
me is the right order of doing things.
Absolutely.
So we're really happy. I can't think of anywhere in Wisconsin that has any municipality or school district that has so many young people out on the trail as part of a social and educational experience.
Oh, fabulous.
So this is in our chapter, the Lodi Valley chapter. We support each one of these programs, both monetarily and for the Saunters program, we produce snacks for them every day and things of that sort. And we'll be doing more with the middle school and hopefully now with the kindergarten through 5th grade group.
Awesome.
So that's really heartening to hear. I think, by my figures, the school district had 60 kids out on the trail this week alone. So
that is fantastic.
It's marvelous.
That is fantastic.
Another kind of youth thing happened is there's going to be an Eagle Scout project on the trail this year. Connor Picard, who is one of the members of Troop 113, is doing this project. And they're going to be doing an educational tour of the part of the trail that runs from the Merrimack Ferry wayside to the Slack parking area, about 2 miles.
Okay.
And it'll be, you'll be able to access the tour online and through your phone through a Strive-On app that was used last year
For the
during the challenge in October. And so he's developing this. He's going to be interviewing people and videotaping them.
Very
in
cool.
that short, relatively short 2 mile stretch, you get to see the ferry, which has a lot of history,
Mhm.
Lake Wisconsin. There's overlooks where you can see Devil's Lake State Park,
Wow.
Partridge Glen, where some of the overlook is a mesic prairie that you were mentioning, the environmental treasures that we have in Lodi. That prairie is, what was it, 8 acres out of the 200 that are left in our state of mesic prairie.
Wow.
And there used to be millions of acres.
Wow.
All of Arlington was a mesic prairie, but it was very fertile ground. So when the immigrants came, they
Good farmland.
they plowed it and turned it over. And so this is an area that wasn't farmed and touched much. So it's in very good shape. And we've been working to try and restore some of that.
Fantastic.
As well as on the Steenbach Reserve, which is an area we've been cutting cedar and burning, for the last 5 or 6 years.
Wow.
And we've terraformed, I think, the area. What was once solid red cedar trees is now, and other walnuts and things are now prairie that's coming back, some of it on its own.
Oh, fantastic.
And there are plans to, keep burning it with prescribed burns and to seed it eventually to get it back to where it was only even 50 years ago.
Wow.
We've had people in the area say in 1970, none of those trees were there. And, they were 60 feet tall that we were cutting down.
That's amazing.
Very quickly, cedar will take over an area if you don't manage it.
Sure.
So I think that's a real exciting project. There's a similar tour that's being done for the Lodi Marsh as well. So this kind of builds on that. And we're really looking forward to what Connor comes up with. We think this will be something that draws people to the area, much like the challenge did last October, when there was a challenge called the Mammoth 40 to walk 40 miles of the Ice Age Trail during the month of October. Thousands of people signed up and did it. The feedback that we were able to get through surveys and counting when people accessed the apps about Lodi, there were 600 to 800 hikers came through Lodi during that month.
Wow.
And, that includes me, but some, most of them were from out of Lodi and came and enjoyed the city and spent money here and got to know our place. And we got a lot of feedback and comments from people about what a lovely city you have. And the parks are wonderful and the streets are so tree lined. You actually have a downtown, which is not something everybody has anymore.
Yeah.
So that was really good. And there will be another challenge this coming October. It's 6 months away, so we don't know what that's going to look like.
Oh, very cool.
There will be another one working with the chamber.
Excellent.
And the Alliance and the tourism department from the state of Wisconsin.
Oh, that's incredible.
So we're looking forward to that.
Good.
We do have a couple kind of one-time activities coming up. Actually, this Saturday, we're going to do our first road cleanup. In between the segments of trail, people walk the road to get from one to the other. We call those connecting routes.
Okay.
So from the Fern Glen segment, which you're very well aware of,
yes,
you walk on Highway J to JV and then on to the new parking area to get up on Gibraltar Rock. Well, that's the area that we have now become the county's official. Our chapter has become the county's official.
Adopt a highway.
Picker-uppers. Yeah.
Excellent.
Fancy word, yeah.
Yeah.
And so there'll be a sign up and they're going to give us the equipment 3 times a year. We'll go out and clean it up.
Oh, thank goodness.
Again, I don't know of any other chapter. I thought somebody came up with the idea. Mandy Crary came up with the idea. And we all went, that's brilliant.
It is.
Why haven't we thought of that in 20 years? And I'm not sure any other chapter does the same thing either. So,
Oh, well, thank you. You know,
yeah.
when the snow melts, we get to see
Oh,
all
yeah.
the stuff. So thank you, thank you,
yeah,
thank you.
that was
That's
part
fantastic.
of Mandy's thinking around this. Was she ran that distance
Mhm.
and was aghast at how many cans
Nasties,
of
yeah.
et cetera are in the side of the road. So
Oh, that's
we're going to
wonderful.
do that. Every year we have a run walk on called the Mammoth Bun Run
Mhm.
walk on National Trails Day, which is June 5th.
Mhm.
And we're going to have an event this year. It's not going to look like it has in past years. We didn't do it at all last year, of course.
Mhm.
Typically, we bust people out and they ran back into town.
Mhm.
We don't think buses are going to be viable at that point. So
Mhm.
we're going to come up with some kind of activity. So watch for that.
Excellent.
We'll
June
be
5th.
doing that.
Okay.
What else? Let's see.
Are you doing art on the trail this year?
No, we're kind of late at getting things going
Mhm.
and with the schools.
Sure.
Part of our chapter's sort of strategic goal
Mhm.
is to involve youth. And
Mhm.
so we weren't able to marshal the art teachers like
Sure.
we have in the past.
They've had enough on their
Involve them.
plates this year.
Yeah, they didn't know what they were doing either. I don't think
Mhm.
anybody did for a while. So hopefully maybe next year we'll be able to have something and
Fantastic.
bring some artwork into the area. That also brought a lot of people from out of town in.
It was very cool to hike
We
along
were
and see.
surprised.
It was like
Yeah.
these little surprises around the corners. It was really
We
quite
still find
amazing.
some every once in a while. We thought we brought them all in.
Yeah.
You know, they're made out of natural objects.
Sure.
They sort of
Easy
blend
to
into
miss.
the
Yeah.
territory. We typically have a bunch of regular hikes. You know, we have a hike every full moon.
Yes.
We haven't been doing that, but we're going to start that up again in May. We think
Excellent.
conditions will be ready. It's like May 24th, I think.
Oh, fantastic.
Or to do that,
Mhm.
and then every month after that. And we also have been having tyke hikes once a month designed for very young children and their parents. And we haven't been doing those either, but we're hoping by sometime in the summer
Great.
to resume that, because those are always a big turnout. And
Absolutely.
lots of kids come for every one of them. And they bring walking sticks that they've made at some of our events. And
Oh, that's so
they're
great.
really, we have those kids and then the Saunters and
Mhm.
K through 5 and then the middle school.
Oh,
So
I love this. This
kids
is
are out all the
fantastic.
time on the trail, and that's very heartening
Mhm.
to see. Otherwise, it's a bunch of us old folks out there and younger people working
Doddering
on the
about.
trail. And but
Mhm.
to see, you know, in this last year, the use of the trail has been
Off the
tremendous.
charts. Yeah.
I mean, it's hard to find a parking spot at the
Mhm.
trailhead sometimes. Membership in the Ice Age Trail Alliance skyrocketed.
Really.
Typically, in a 6-month period, they used to get maybe 500 members.
Mhm.
They got 1,500.
Wow.
So it was going way up. And the number of people who follow the trail on social media has almost doubled in the last 2 years, to where now when the Alliance puts out a Facebook, Instagram
Mhm.
post that they do, they reach 65,000 people.
Wow.
So when we put out that, you know, we're going to have a work day on Saturday, we expect 65,000 people. So,
That sounds a little scary.
so far, we've been disappointed. Yeah, but we've been getting more and more people coming out, because the people who go out and walk and run on the trail
Uh-huh.
and take their families out,
Mhm.
after a while, they start thinking, I got to give back. I know this because we have signs all over saying this is done by volunteers.
Yeah.
And they say, well, you know, I'm getting this for free.
Mhm.
I should put in a little work. And
That's
do something.
wonderful.
And so we
Good.
get a lot of people who come in for the first time. The Boy Scout Troop 113 have been regular participants in all our work days over the last couple years. And as a matter of fact, they received our chapters in the Mud Award this year. It's an award that's given out every year to a member who, you know, always shows up, doesn't get a lot of recognition. But
Gets
it's
dirty.
always dirty at the end of the day,
Mhm.
and really soldiers on. And so for the first time, we gave it to the entire
Oh,
troop.
that's fantastic.
7 or 8, 9 of them will come and bring in a few parents with them too.
Oh, bless
we
their
do
hearts.
get a big crowd,
boys.
and they've learned a lot, and they work hard. They're really good. And they
That's
listen, and
great.
they're very skilled.
Yeah,
to what
yeah, they
wanna
work
do.
hard.
So,
So
we're
if someone,
real happy with that.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt, but if someone in the community just wants to connect with the Ice Age Trail, the local chapter, what's the best way to do it?
Well, probably the best way, one way would be we have a Facebook page for Lodi Valley chapter.
Okay,
We have a presence on the Ice Age Trail Alliance website
Okay.
as well. You can go there and look up Lodi Valley chapter and
mm-hmm,
see our calendar and our contact information.
mm-hmm.
You can email us. I don't have a flashcard,
But,
but it's Lodi Valley chapter at iceagetrail.org.
okay,
So it's pretty easy
okay,
to
excellent.
do. And so anytime anybody's interested or they can contact you. And you'll contact
Absolutely,
me.
absolutely.
So, you have the flashcard.
And Bill's my neighbor too, so I can
Yeah,
just
right,
wander up the
yeah.
street and annoy you.
We yelled down the street. I was thinking, what am I going to talk about tonight? But there were just so
There's
many.
lots and
things.
lots and lots.
Um,
And what is this beautiful thing? Are you getting there?
Well, one more thing. In
Okay.
October, we've been having a fall run. It
Mhm.
goes from the ferry up to Gibraltar and back.
And back?
Another event I don't do.
That's hardcore.
Other people do. There's a lot of trail runners. We partnered with Fontana Sporting Goods from Madison
Oh,
for this.
excellent.
And of course, we didn't do it last year. And they
Mhm.
had a lot of issues because of the disturbances on State Street.
Sure.
But this fall, we're going to be coming back and doing that again.
Excellent.
In some form. So
Fabulous.
what Ann just mentioned was this shirt,
It's
which has
beautiful.
a lino cut of the tree, the most photographed tree in Wisconsin, a cedar tree that sticks out on Gibraltar Rock. This cut was done, the artwork was done by Mandy Crary and her daughter Anna, who are members of our chapter.
Mm-hmm.
And I used my COVID relief money to fund producing these shirts. And we sold over 250
Wow.
online. And
Wow.
The online store is open again from the 20th to the 30th. And that'll be the last chance. After
Okay.
that,
So April 20th to April 30th?
Yeah.
Okay.
and so we've raised over $1,500.
Oh,
for the
that's
chapter
fabulous.
by
And it is
doing
a
these shirts.
super, so I am I sleep in I ordered the long sleeve variety.
Yep.
They are super
too.
soft. Did you
Yeah.
feel how, oh my gosh,
Yeah.
this
Yeah.
will be awesome to sleep in. They're
There's-
beautiful
you know,
shirts,
There's
Bill.
adult and there's youth sizes and long sleeves.
And they've had them for sale down at Willow Tree too,
And a
haven't
few
they?
of them, and any color you want, as long as it's yellow or green,
Yay!
just like the Model T.
Yes, kind of like
So-
the stickers here, the Ice
Yeah,
Age
there
Trail
you go.
Alliance stickers.
There you go.
Oh, that's fantastic, and what a success.
Yes.
This
yes,
is the
we're
T-shirt
very
you're gonna
happy.
wanna be seen in around the community this year, folks.
Mhm.
So,
Absolutely.
wow, well, that is quite the list of activities, Bill. You made me tired listening to it. One thing I thought of, I keep thinking about Lodi as a biking destination. One thing the city will be unveiling in the next couple weeks, the Ebert family has
Oh,
very
yeah.
generously donated 2 bike repair stations.
Right.
And I think they poured the concrete or made the holes today. Anyway, there will be one up at Doctors Park and one down by the gazebo down here. So
That's great.
as you bike
Wonderful.
through town, if you are in need of any sort of repairs or maintenance on your
Mhm.
bike, thanks to the generosity of the Ebert family, those will be up and available in just a couple weeks for folks enjoying our community. So that's awesome. Well, we'll pivot from the fabulous outdoors and the trails to Diana does everything at the schools, community, and what's the crew stand for?
Community resource enrichment and wellness.
Ah,
Am I supposed to face this way or that?
You can do
way, or-
either. The camera's there, but we also have a conversation.
Oh,
So whatever
great.
you're
I love
comfortable with.
conversation.
Yes.
Coffee conversation. We could be here till midnight.
Coffee
Ann.
talk. Yes, we
I
could
have
be.
a story about this tree.
Oh,
It
God.
involves
Oh,
a
good.
friend of ours who got married up there.
Oh, Carol Waters.
But I cannot reveal what happened right now.
No,
We'll
we
save that
cannot.
for another day.
No, we cannot. Moving right
Turn off
along.
the camera. I want to hear this.
So we've been, Blaze grew up here. We've
Yeah.
been around here a long time. We've seen a lot of transition.
Mhm.
Yes,
First
we
of
have.
all, talking about Gibraltar, we lived during a time when you drove your car up Gibraltar. And it
Yeah.
wasn't to hike.
Right.
No, that was for senior skip day and a whole lot of other things.
So talk
Yeah.
about change,
Yes.
Bill.
We're still repairing the damage.
It's Diana's fault.
Kudos to you guys because
Yes.
I've done trails, almost all of them, on the Ice Age Trail through the state of Wisconsin. And we are spoiled and blessed by your group because you keep the trails pristine around
you.
here. I mean, and I was running the trails when these guys were cleaning it and only a few of us were on it, right? I can't even get out there anymore without any time of the day. There's people all over the place.
Right.
Isn't it
Yeah.
wonderful?
It is fantastic because, we feel like we're the gem
Oh, we are so
and nobody
lucky.
knows about us yet, but
Oh.
now they're starting to find out about us.
Yeah,
And it's because of a lot of our natural resources.
absolutely.
So we're really blessed. We bring together a group of people. It's called Activate Lodi, and Bill sits on the group. We have Joe Bainbridge,
Mhm.
who does the cross country ski and the silent sports. Stephanie Caves and Carla Weising from Willow Tree Wellness.
Yep.
We have just Optimus is there, reps from Sauk Prairie Healthcare, and we have sat down for about the last 10 years or more, and it came a point where we were going to try to change the environment of the community, meaning we wanted to be seen as more of a healthy, active community. Because I will tell you, in the 70s and 80s, we were not seen
Oh, yeah.
as an active, healthy community.
Mhm.
So I would say about the 90s and early 2000s, we started to change that perception. Now, when people come to our community and look around and see people walking,
Yes.
people using
everywhere.
the parks, the Ice Age Trail, biking, they get a whole different perspective of our community now.
Absolutely.
And it's really thrilling to see. And I personally feel the next trend is our mental health
Mhm.
and how we deal with that. And there's people who are sitting on our Activate committee see that
Mhm.
and we realize that and trying to make things better for that.
Mhm.
And then also, which is I think is huge coming down the pike, and it's got to happen now, is about saving our environment or our area.
Absolutely.
And I think that that committee, along with everybody else in Lodi, feels it and sees it. And with the city being involved with that initiative and the school district and our community members, again, this is the gem right here
Yeah.
in our community. And we already see a lot of people from outside who
Mhm.
want to get in.
Yes.
So,
yeah.
Anyway, I'm proud to be a member of the
Me
community.
Too. Me too.
you know, and that people, diverse groups of people can sit down for a common cause.
Mhm,
So
mhm.
thank
there-
you, Lodi.
And there's nothing better for your mental health than getting out of your four walls
Yep.
and getting
Mhm.
out, and it just puts everything into perspective.
So we're community resource enrichment and wellness. Basically, in other communities, it's called the rec department, and it's run or governed through the city.
Mhm.
What had happened years ago when Chuck Purcell was here, well, it was 12 years ago, in 2012,
Mhm.
he approached and said, let's change. I mean, we don't have a rec department, so, people want programming, so I think we can run this through the district. So that's what we do, is we run it through the district. Point being also that the Lodi indoor community pool
Mhm.
need to be governed and ran as well.
Mhm.
So that's where this and how this all came about.
Mhm.
So what
That's
we
great.
do is we offer programming for all levels, for not just sports. We want to be able to offer our kids diversity and to be able to tap into trying different activities
Mhm.
that will all of a sudden entice them in the arts, in music, in whatever it is.
Activity, yeah.
Activities.
Challenging,
Yeah, and keep them busy. So we're lucky with that. This group runs community resource enrichment wellness mainly through a lot of volunteers and people out there who just have ideas and thoughts on things, and then we can bring that out to the community. So
Excellent.
some of the things that we offer, for example, for our adults, we have Zumba. Stephanie Caves runs a movement and strength class
Mhm.
for like senior citizens or people who are struggling with, let's say they have an injury or something.
Mhm.
Boot camp class. Tennis will be starting this
Oh,
summer.
excellent.
And we've got a canvas painting class, and that's
Oh,
where we bring
fun.
in adults and kids together.
Uh-huh.
And we have an artist who comes randomly, and they work on that. That's stuff that is being offered currently. I mean, we run tons of programs all year long. I'm just going to tell you some of the things that we're currently doing.
That's fantastic. Thank
So
you.
with the youth end of it, we have youth track. We have a mini track for the kindergartners, 4K through second grade, where we just take them to the track. They get introduced to the track. They get to run
That's
around.
cool.
Yeah, it's very fun. We have a track meet for them, give them ribbons.
Oh, that's cool.
New this year is we're going to do youth pickleball. And Bill, I'm probably going to tap into you to help with that.
The
So
pickleball king.
they
I'm
have
not a king.
adult pickleball at the outdoor
I want to
courts,
try playing this
which the
this summer.
city is making lines for
Right.
downtown. It's become very popular. My first sport for little kids, just to keep them busy, introducing them without any pressure of winning or losing little sports. We have family scavenger hunts throughout the community,
Oh, cool.
community challenges.
Uh-huh.
We'll be having a youth triathlon. We have like a 10,000 shot club for kids who want to shoot baskets
Oh, excellent.
for like 5 months, and then they win an award at the end and
Oh,
get presented
excellent.
some things. And then we have our collaborations are incredible. Besides a lot of stuff with Sauk Prairie Healthcare, we also have something called Little Explorers. We bring 3 and 4-year-olds into Lodi High School. And they actually have a class with high school students who come and teach them.
Oh,
Right now,
excellent.
we're in the greenhouse
Uh-huh.
and we're planting plants. So
Excellent.
yeah, it's a wonderful, wonderful program. So kudos to the Lodi School District for letting us bring those kids in
Oh, that's
during the
amazing.
day
Yeah.
and having that relationship. So that's what we have going on with the crew end of it. Then we have the pool. If you haven't been on our pool, we have an amazing 8-lane pool with a wonderful hot tub. That's the bonus. So we've been able to sustain and maintain throughout COVID. We've been able to figure it out, and it's worked real well for us. I don't know if the community knows, but anyone who's 62 years old and older gets a free pool pass. Compliments of the school
2
district
more
of
years
Lodi.
will qualify, Diana.
Hey,
Well-
don't be putting me in your boat right now.
Yes, I will own that I turned 60 in October. Anyway, excuse
I'm
me.
not embarrassed. I swam this winter for the first time in years, and it was wonderful.
It is a
It's
great
wonderful.
resource. When it first
Yeah.
opened, we were doing, my sister-in-law, Lori Stone, ran the
Yeah,
aquatics
yeah.
program, and man, water aerobics was fantastic. There is nothing, I'm a swimmer, and that is my choice for recreation, and there is nothing better for your body than the water.
You got it. If you're hurting for anything, come to the pool. We have water fitness classes that run. We've increased hours because we are a community pool first. If you go to area communities, and I'm not going to say their names, but most of them, you will find that their pools are, their main thing is for swim teams. Your high school swim team, your youth swim team. If by chance they have extra time, they might open it up to the community. Here, we make sure we have that pool open for the community
Oh,
members.
that's fantastic.
So we've added lunchtime lap swimming as well.
Oh, cool.
We have private lessons kids swimming lessons all the time. Adult, if they want to do swim lessons,
Mhm.
that's available.
Mm-hmm.
We have pool rentals. People have rented our pool from your basic like birthday parties
Mm-hmm.
to baptisms.
Oh, wow.
Oh.
Oh, that's amazing.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're very proud of the pool and the crew programs, but what makes it all work is our staff.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we get these high school kids and we actually run certifications for lifeguarding and instructors. They're Red Cross certified. They get a FIED credit for it. So we do it
Oh,
during the
great.
school day.
Okay.
They get a FIED credit for it, and then they become certified with lifeguarding and instructing. They come to us, and then during the summer, they come to the city outdoor pool.
Yes.
Cross your fingers this year.
Yeah, yeah. So for those of you who don't know, we are planning to have the pool open. It'll look a little different. You're going to have to reserve times, and we're working on all that, but we are planning to have the pool open. Yay!
The swimming is one of those life skills that everybody should have.
Yes.
And not just
Yes.
so you can swim fast or really long distance, but so you can go out on the lake and canoe and
Oh.
kayak and
And feel comfortable and
save your life if you go in the water.
absolutely.
by
Especially
accident.
where we live.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
Oh,
Absolutely.
yeah.
it's
Everywhere.
it's a mainframe. You must have it.
Mhm.
I do want to give a shout out because today, Sauk Prairie Healthcare Foundation gave us a grant, gave Activate Lodi a grant.
Yeah.
And Ann came up with the name Lodi, It's Only Natural, #Mask Up Lodi. So,
Designed by my niece Talia Shields. Nice job, Tal.
yeah, so we love these masks.
And they're very popular.
Yeah, very popular. So today, Heidi Endress
Oh,
and
Bill has
Stephanie
his.
Caves, Bill has
Yay.
his too.
Yeah.
They were in the park in Lodi, and we try to encourage people to come out and walk in the park. So if you made a loop in the park, you stopped at the bridge and you got a free mask.
Excellent.
So this is, again, they took their own time, Heidi and Stephanie, to stand out there for our
Mhm.
community and hand
Mhm.
out masks.
Mhm.
That's the kind of great people we have in this community.
Yeah.
Also, we have one Mother of a Run coming up, the Optimist. I think this is our 11th year for doing this.
Must be, yeah.
So we're going to do it live. There is a virtual option if you want to do it virtually. The date is March 16th. It's a
May.
Sunday, or May 16th. It's a Sunday. The reason it's that date is because of the change of the schedule for the sports that are going on right now.
Okay.
So the stadium is used like every Saturday now. So this was about the only date where that area was free.
Uh-huh.
So if you get registered before Friday, you're guaranteed this super cool t-shirt
They're
and neck gaiter. So we'll be starting out everyone in kind of wave start. So if you don't know what that means, just don't worry about it. We'll
tell
make
you when to be
sure-
there.
Yeah, we'll make sure you're protected and that the race is safe. So the kids race, it only costs $5. The Optimist Club is all about the kids. All of this money that's raised from this event goes all back to youth programs in the community. So this could be your way of donating.
Mhm.
It only costs $5 for kids because we just want kids to get out there and have some fun. So these forms are being sent home. You're going to see them come home either today or tomorrow. So get them filled out. If they haven't come home already, get them back and to guarantee those gators for the kids. So a plug out for that as well.
And community members can just register online.
Yep,
right?
register online is the best way to do it. Just go online and you
Excellent.
can check. We have a Facebook page, Lodi Crew. Just check into that. You can always see what's going on with our programming, or give us a
Excellent.
call. Just come up and visit with us. If you
Mhm.
have an idea of anything, I say, if you have an idea of a program and you can guarantee me X amount of people are going to show up for that program, I will find an instructor for you and we'll run your program.
And she will. This
So-
is not a hollow promise. Diana makes it happen. That's fantastic.
But that's what we have on our end. And
That's a lot. That is a lot.
Mhm.
And our abundance is overwhelming. So some really cool things. If you're thinking about what to do this summer, the library always has some amazing programs. There's the summer reading program. You can get more information on the library website. Excuse me, the library, I don't know if they've announced it yet, but they're also going to be hosting Sunset Yoga, I think down in Haberman Park on Tuesdays, starting June 8th. And it's at 6:30 and it's going to be free of charge. And someone from Kingfisher Yoga is going to lead the classes. It'll be from 7 to 8. So from 7 to 8 on every other Tuesday, starting June 8th in Haberman Park. How cool is it to think about going down to the park on a Tuesday night to do yoga? I just think it'll be amazing.
And I know maybe to segue there, the Friends of the Lodi Public Library will be having their 32nd annual run and walk.
That's right. And that's
this in August 14th. And the same weekend as Susie Days, whatever that's going to look like. And we don't know exactly. We'll probably be pretty much like we always have. Last year was totally virtual. This year it'll be in person. So
great.
Looking forward to that. And I know part of the library programming on June 5th, they're going to have a climbing wall in the parking lot.
Oh, cool.
And anybody, especially young people, can go and give it a shot and see what it's like.
Oh, fun.
To try.
Oh, that'll be awesome.
Mm-hmm.
And that's Trail Day, right? Is that National Trail Day?
Same day we'll be down in Doctor's Park or somewhere. To be named later. I think Doctor's Park will be in Doctor's Park.
Oh, that's fantastic. Well, and we have Art in the Park is going to happen. I don't know if it's July 3rd or 10th this year. I'm not real sure, but stay tuned. It'll be in early July. Susie the Duck Day is August 14th. I know I'm meeting with Melissa Card and Christy tomorrow. They're working on plans for Susie the Duck Day. It'll be a little bit different than we've had in the past. I'm pretty sure there's going to be a duck race, and we all love the duck race. And I think it'll be more focused on the downtown versus something down here, and then we go to the park. I think we're going to try to keep it downtown. One thing I forgot to mention, on May 8th, Saturday, May 8th, the resale shop, Prairie Valley Resale Store, is hosting a block party, and it's a fundraiser for the resale store, but there will be, I think there's walking tacos. I think the FFA may be there with grilled cheese and grilled ham and cheese. There'll probably be brat sales. They're going to have the beanbag contest. So mark your calendars for May 8th. If it's inclement weather, the rain date is June 5th. So there will be even more happening on June 5th. Okay. Also, so then Susie the Duck Day is August 14th. If you don't know, the fair is going to happen this year. It's just going to be later. So we were fortunate that the carnival that provides all the rides had Labor Day weekend open, and the fair board thought it was wise, and I concur completely, to go a little later in the summer. So we're going to bookend the end of our summer with our wonderful egg fair. I think since we couldn't have it last year, this will be the 155th. And that'll be September 2nd to the 5th over at the fairgrounds. I believe on the traditional fair weekend this year, they're planning on having another movie over at the fairgrounds. So stay tuned for information about that. And we're going to have our Brewbarbecue back this September 18th. We'll have Brewbarbecue out here on Main Street. So I know, again, Melissa and Christy and the committee that's working on Brewbarbecue are making lots of plans. So it is going to be a hell of a summer here in Lodi. If you can't find anything to do, you are not looking, because I think all you have to do is walk out your front door and you're going to find lots to do, or do a little cruise on Facebook. So tons of stuff going on. Keep an eye on the Lodi Valley Chronicle website. Blaze does a great job of getting all of these events posted. Facebook page, the library website, the city website. One more shameless plug to reach out to agrovesloyd@cityoflodi.us. I feel like I should look, email me, reach out to us. Let us know if there are things that you want to do. We want to make them happen, and suggestions. We are open to ideas. The school district, by the way, is going through some visioning and strategic planning, and you're going to be hearing more about that soon. But May 25th and June 2nd will be the community-wide meetings for the strategic planning. Stay tuned for more information on that. The city is doing some strategic planning and visioning that's going to happen in June and July. in my adult life, we're kind of at this confluence of some really exciting things. My father's generation of leaders is unfortunately not with us anymore, or not active as leaders in the community anymore. Along with that, we're just it's been an interesting 20 or so years in the community. So I think we're struggling to figure out our identity and who Lodi wants to be in the world. So it's just an exciting time. There's amazing energy. There's tremendous passion for our community, tremendous passion for this natural beauty in our area. So we want to work with all of you. I want to thank Diana and Bill for being here tonight, but I'm excited that we're going to do some amazing things as a community, but we're also going to take care of this incredible place that we were very, very blessed to inhabit for our little tiny lifetimes. And we want to make sure we're leaving it a better place than when we got here. So looking forward to hearing from you with your ideas and suggestions. Come back a week from tonight and join me for a discussion of fair maps and challenges and reform efforts to our democracy. Thanks for your time tonight. Thank you, Bill and Diana, very much.
Thank you.
Happy summer, everybody. Get your vaccination, mask up.
Yeah.
Woo-hoo.